Are you over 60 and counting on avocados to keep you sharp, strong, and healthy for years to come? You've been told they are a miracle food, a cornerstone of longevity, and the key to healthy aging. The vibrant green flesh has become synonymous with vitality, a delicious symbol of your commitment to self-care and a long, active life. But what if this celebrated superfood, this creamy icon of wellness, has a hidden dark side? What if the very way you've been eating this celebrated superfood is not only cancelling out its myriad of benefits, but silently, insidiously working against you, chipping away at the very foundation of your health? What if the healthy avocado toast you proudly prepared this morning was, in fact, a carefully disguised Trojan horse, smuggling metabolic chaos and cellular inflammation past your body's defenses and accelerating the aging process deep within your cells? The unfortunate truth is that there are a handful of common, seemingly innocent, and widely practiced mistakes that millions of older adults make every single day with this powerful fruit. These are not grand, obvious blunders, but subtle, nuanced errors in preparation, pairing, and portioning that can systematically turn this anti-aging powerhouse into a source of chronic inflammation, metabolic gridlock, and cumulative cellular damage. This is not a discussion about fleeting food trends or superficial dietary rules. This is a deep dive into the fundamental science of how your unique aging body interacts with the molecules you feed it. Prepare to have your assumptions challenged and your nutritional paradigms shifted. Prepare to discover the secrets that modern nutritional biochemistry, geroscience, and cellular biology have painstakingly uncovered about this potent and popular fruit. Because understanding and applying this knowledge could very well be the single most important and impactful health decision you make this year. A decision that could add not just years to your life, but vibrant life to your years. The unhealthy marriage of avocado and white bread. For the last decade, avocado toast has been paraded across social media, brunch menus, and the covers of health magazines as the undisputed champion of wholesome eating. It is the visual shorthand for a healthy lifestyle, a simple combination that seems to embody nutritional virtue. On the surface, the logic appears sound, almost unassailable. Avocados are a nutritional treasure trove, brimming with heart-loving monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, which helps lower harmful LDL cholesterol while maintaining beneficial HDL cholesterol. They are packed with dietary fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria and promotes digestive regularity, and they deliver a powerful dose of essential minerals like potassium, which is critical for blood pressure regulation, and magnesium, a cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. Furthermore, they contain a symphony of antioxidants, including carotenoids and tocopherols, that form a protective shield against the cellular aging caused by oxidative stress. These incredible nutrients work in concert to support your cardiovascular system, protect the delicate membranes of your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every one of your cells, and help keep your biological clock ticking in the right, youthful direction. But here is the critical, often ignored truth that separates casual wellness from deep biological understanding. The food you choose to pair your avocado with can completely make or devastatingly break its anti-aging magic. Spreading that beautiful creamy green fruit on a slice of conventional white bread, a fluffy bagel, a processed gluten-free cracker, or any form of refined carbohydrate is one of the biggest and most detrimental nutritional mistakes you can make, effectively sabotaging your longevity goals at the molecular level. The science on this is starkly and unequivocally clear. The refined white flour used in these common bread products is a metabolic time bomb. During its industrial processing, the wheat grain is aggressively stripped of its bran and germ, the very parts that contain all the fiber, B vitamins, healthy fats, and minerals. What remains is a nutrient-void, starchy endosperm that your digestive system treats not as a complex food, but as a simple sugar. It converts to glucose in your bloodstream with shocking speed, creating a physiological emergency. Imagine your bloodstream as a calm, life-sustaining river. The healthy fats from the avocado are meant to be like a gentle, steady current, providing sustained energy. The white bread, however, is akin to dumping a truckload of refined sugar directly into that river, triggering a violent flash flood of glucose. In response to this sudden, dangerous sugar surge, your pancreas panics and unleashes a tidal wave of the hormone insulin to frantically shuttle the excess glucose out of the bloodstream and into your cells. For older adults who often experience a natural age-related decline in insulin sensitivity known as peripheral insulin resistance, this frequent flooding is a recipe for disaster. It initiates a destructive cascade of events, promoting body-wide chronic inflammation through pathways like NF-kappa B, encouraging the storage of dangerous visceral fat around your vital organs, and crucially, shutting down autophagy, your body's essential cellular cleanup and recycling crew that is responsible for clearing out damaged proteins and old, dysfunctional cell parts. When you combine a high-quality, healthy fat like avocado with a high-glycemic refined carbohydrate, you send your body profoundly mixed and confusing signals that create a state of metabolic gridlock. The avocado is trying to stabilize your blood sugar, provide lasting fuel, and promote satiety, but the refined bread completely undermines this noble effort by spiking your glucose and insulin levels to the ceiling. High levels of insulin are a powerful signal to your body to stop burning fat for fuel and start storing it. Instead of building metabolic flexibility, the crucial and youthful ability for your body to efficiently switch between burning fats and sugars for energy depending on what is available, this popular combination reinforces sugar dependency and fat storage. This is a monumental problem for anyone over the age of 60, as poor metabolic flexibility is a primary driver of age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, cognitive decline, insulin resistance, and a host of chronic inflammatory diseases. To truly protect your longevity and harness the power of the avocado, you must dissolve this unhealthy and metabolically destructive marriage. Instead, you must consciously pair your avocado with high-fiber, low-glycemic partners that create metabolic harmony. Think thick, dense, dark slices of seeded rye or pumpernickel bread, high-fiber flaxseed crackers, a bed of nutrient-dense dark leafy greens like arugula or spinach, or even serving it alongside a portion of wild-caught salmon or scrambled eggs. These intelligent combinations allow the avocado's magnificent benefits to shine, providing steady energy and cellular protection without the inflammatory chaos and metabolic sabotage of refined carbohydrates. The myth of more is better. Why too much avocado ages you faster? In our modern enthusiastic quest for optimal health, it is remarkably easy to fall into the pervasive and seductive more is better trap. This logic dictates that if a little bit of something is good for you, then a lot of it must be spectacular. If one avocado is a celebrated superfood, then consuming 2 or 3 a day must make you a superhuman, right? This simplistic line of thinking is not only fundamentally flawed from a biochemical perspective, but can be actively counterproductive to your health goals, particularly when dealing with a food as uniquely calorie-dense as the avocado. While its fats are indeed the healthy, monounsaturated kind, they are still fats, and as such, they are the most calorie-dense of all macronutrients. A single medium-sized Hess avocado can easily pack between 250 and 300 calories, a caloric load equivalent to a small meal or a substantial snack. For older adults whose basal metabolic rate naturally slows down with each passing decade and whose levels of daily physical activity may be reduced, consuming multiple avocados a day can quietly and consistently push the body into a state of chronic caloric excess. This constant energy surplus, no matter how healthy the food source may be, directly interferes with one of the most vital and foundational anti-aging processes in the entire human body, the process of autophagy. You must think of autophagy, which literally translates to self-eating, as your body's most sophisticated and essential internal recycling program and deep cleaning service. This remarkable cellular process is evolutionarily designed to be switched On during periods of relative energy scarcity, for instance, in the hours between meals or during the fasting state of overnight sleep. It is during these times that your cells meticulously identify old, damaged, misfolded, or dysfunctional components, like worn-out mitochondria, aggregated proteins, or damaged organelles, and systematically break them down into their constituent parts to be recycled and reused for cellular repair and renewal. This process is absolutely crucial for maintaining cellular youthfulness and for preventing a wide range of age-related diseases, from neurodegeneration like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's to cardiovascular disease and even cancer. However, the act of overeating, even from impeccably healthy sources like the avocado, constantly bombards your body with energy signals, telling it that resources are abundant and there is no need for cleanup. This keeps a key nutrient sensing pathway known as mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin, perpetually switched to the on position. An activated mTOR pathway is a signal for your cells to grow, proliferate, and build, effectively telling your essential autophagy cleanup crew to take a permanent, indefinite coffee break. When this critical cellular housekeeping system is chronically suppressed by constant caloric intake, cellular junk, metabolic waste, and damaged proteins begin to accumulate. This cellular clutter leads to mitochondrial dysfunction, increased oxidative stress, rising levels of systemic inflammation, and a significant acceleration of the biological aging process. Furthermore, a consistent surplus of calories from any source, including an overabundance of healthy fats, will inevitably lead to the accumulation of visceral adipose tissue, the dangerous hidden fat that wraps itself around your abdominal organs like the liver, pancreas, and intestines. This is not the benign, pinchable subcutaneous fat located under your skin. Visceral fat is a highly active and inflammatory endocrine organ in its own right. It continuously secretes a cocktail of inflammatory molecules called adipokines and cytokines, such as tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha, and interleukin-6, IL-6, that drive chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your entire body. This persistent state of inflammaging is now recognized by scientists as a root cause of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain forms of cognitive decline. The goal, therefore, is not to fear avocados, but to respect their potency and caloric density. For the vast majority of older adults, a serving size of 1/4 to 1/2 of a medium avocado per day is the nutritional sweet spot. This portion provides a powerful and sufficient dose of beneficial fats, fiber, and essential micronutrients to support your brain, heart, and cellular health without overwhelming your metabolic system or shutting down autophagy. It also leaves ample room in your daily caloric budget for a wide variety of other nutrient-dense foods, ensuring you receive a broad spectrum of protective compounds from different sources. Remember, true and lasting longevity is never about excess. It is about precision, balance, and metabolic harmony. The boss. The ripeness paradox, how eating avocados at the wrong time turns health into harm. An avocado is a true marvel of natural nutrition, a self-contained package of life-extending compounds. However, its profound health benefits are delicate, transient, and critically dependent on timing. The way we select, store, slice, and ultimately consume this fruit. In half, wrapping the remaining half in plastic film and placing it in the refrigerator to be eaten a day or two later. We might dutifully scrape off the brown, mushy surface layer, assuming that the still green flesh underneath is perfectly fine. Unfortunately, the oxidative damage is not just a surface-level phenomenon. The chain reaction of oxidation penetrates deep into the fruit's flesh, silently turning its health-promoting properties into potentially harmful ones long before the color changes become obvious. On the other end of this ripeness spectrum lies the underripe avocado, rock-hard, rubbery, bland, and ultimately a nutritional disappointment. While it has not yet suffered from oxidation, it also has not been allowed to complete its complex ripening process, meaning its full nutritional profile remains dormant and unavailable. The ripening of an avocado is a brilliant enzymatic dance where tough, indigestible starches are converted into healthier fats and simple sugars, which create the creamy texture and rich taste. Complex fibers are broken down, and key bioactive compounds like the eye-protecting antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin become far more concentrated and bioavailable for your body to absorb. Eating a significantly unripe avocado means you're not only missing out on the satisfying sensory experience, but you are also receiving only a small fraction of its potential health benefits. Furthermore, for seniors who may already be dealing with a naturally declining digestive efficiency, the tough, dense, and fibrous nature of an underripe avocado can cause significant gastrointestinal distress, leading to bloating, cramping, and gas, which completely undermines the purpose of eating it for health. The solution lies in becoming a true connoisseur of ripeness. A perfect avocado for consumption will yield slightly, but not feel mushy to gentle pressure applied with the palm of your hand. To master the prevention of oxidation once it is cut, you can employ simple chemistry. Brush the exposed flesh with an acid like lemon or lime juice, or coat it with a thin layer of olive oil. Then, press a piece of plastic wrap directly onto the surface of the flesh, ensuring there are no air pockets, and make it a priority to consume it within 24 hours. Respecting the delicate biology of ripeness is a simple but profound nutritional strategy that ensures you are consistently feeding your body powerful signals of repair and regeneration, not cellular rust and decay. The lonely avocado, unlocking its true power through food synergy. One of the most remarkable yet chronically underappreciated qualities of the avocado is its extraordinary ability to act as a nutritional catalyst and a powerful delivery system for other foods. The abundant and healthy fats that it contains are not just beneficial in and of themselves, they perform the crucial role of a transport vehicle, dramatically enhancing your body's ability to absorb a whole class of essential fat-soluble nutrients from all the other foods you eat alongside it. This category of nutrients includes the vital vitamins A, D, E, and K, as well as a spectrum of powerful plant-based antioxidants known as carotenoids, such as beta-carotene, lycopene, lutein, and zeaxanthin. Yet one of the most common and missed opportunities in nutrition is the habit of eating an avocado in isolation, perhaps spooning it directly from its shell as a quick snack, or having it on a plate all by itself. While this is certainly not an unhealthy act, it represents a profound failure to capitalize on the avocado's full potential, missing a golden opportunity to supercharge your health, magnify your nutrient intake, and fight the aging process at a much deeper cellular level. As we age, our digestive efficiency naturally and gradually declines. The production of stomach acid, bile, and pancreatic enzymes can become less robust, making it progressively harder to break down food and extract all the precious micronutrients contained within. This is precisely where the principle of food synergy becomes a non-negotiable longevity strategy. Without the presence of sufficient dietary fat in a meal, the vast majority of the fat-soluble vitamins and potent antioxidants present in your colorful vegetables will simply pass through your digestive system unabsorbed and be excreted as waste. An Ohio State University study highlighted this stunning phenomenon with incredible clarity. The researchers found that adding fresh avocado to a salad containing carrots, lettuce, and spinach increased the absorption of beta-carotene by more than 6 times and lutein by more than 4 times compared to the same salad eaten without the avocado. In a separate analysis, adding avocado to tomato sauce increased the absorption of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to prostate and cardiovascular health, by over 4-fold. This is not a minor tweak. This is a game-changing multiplier effect. By simply adding avocado to a meal, you can transform a plate of vegetables from a source of potential nutrients into a bioavailable, supercharged powerhouse of anti-aging compounds that your body can actually use. Think of it this way. Eating a colorful salad full of spinach, carrots, bell peppers, and tomatoes without a source of healthy fat is like being given a locked treasure chest filled with priceless anti-aging jewels, but with no key to open it. The avocado is that key. Its creamy, emulsifying fats are essential for the formation of micelles in the small intestine, tiny packages that are necessary to shuttle these fat-soluble nutrients across the intestinal wall and into your bloodstream. Once in your bloodstream, they can finally get to work protecting your cell membranes from oxidative damage, supporting your vision, strengthening your bones, and calming systemic inflammation. This is not just an interesting nutritional theory. It is a practical, repeatable, and daily decision that can dramatically slow down the process of biological aging. Therefore, you must stop eating the lonely avocado and start treating it as the ultimate nutritional team player. Intentionally incorporate it into meals to unlock the hidden potential of other foods. Mash it into a creamy, delicious dressing for your kale or arugula salad. Spread it generously on a slice of roasted sweet potato to maximize your beta-carotene uptake. Blend it into your morning smoothie with dark leafy greens and berries to create a creamy, nutrient-dense elixir. By strategically and consciously combining avocado with other nutrient-rich plant foods, you turn a simple, good meal into a profound tool for longevity, ensuring that your body receives the full, amplified spectrum of signals it needs to repair, regenerate, and thrive for decades to come. Dan C, the invisible threat on the skin you don't eat. The avocado's thick, pebbled, and rugged skin gives us a powerful and often misleading sense of security. It feels like a suit of natural armor, a formidable barrier designed by nature to protect the pristine, creamy flesh inside from the harsh realities of the outside world. This perception leads many people, even the most health-conscious among us, to believe that whatever contaminants might be present on the surface of the skin are irrelevant, since the skin itself is not consumed. Based on this assumption, they will often slice right into an unwashed avocado without a second thought. This is a subtle but dangerous assumption, and it constitutes a critical mistake in food preparation, especially for older adults whose bodies are physiologically less resilient to the cumulative burden of toxic exposures. The primary risk is not about eating the peel. It is about the simple mechanical action of the knife acting as a high-speed vehicle, dragging surface contaminants from the exterior peel directly through and into the immaculate flesh that you are just moments away from eating. Conventionally grown avocados, like many other modern agricultural products, are often treated with a variety of synthetic fungicides and pesticides to protect them from pests and mold during their long journey from the farm to the grocery store. Their skins can also be coated in synthetic petroleum-based waxes to reduce moisture loss, extend their shelf life, and enhance their cosmetic appearance. The skin can, therefore, carry a residue of these various agricultural chemicals, many of which are known or suspected endocrine-disrupting chemicals, EDCs. These insidious substances can interfere with your body's delicate hormonal signaling in subtle but cumulative ways, potentially disrupting the function of your thyroid, adrenal glands, and reproductive hormones over time. Furthermore, the nooks and crannies of the bumpy avocado skin provide an ideal environment for harboring bacteria from the soil, transportation, and handling processes, including potentially harmful pathogens like Listeria monocytogenes and Salmonella. Since avocados are almost always consumed raw, any microbes that are transferred from the skin to the flesh via the knife blade get direct, unimpeded access to your gut. For a body over the age of 60, which is often dealing with a degree of immunosenescence, a natural age-related decline in immune function, and a potentially less robust gut microbiome, an infection from these pathogens can be far more serious than in a younger person. Even low-level, non-infectious exposures to pesticides and other chemicals add to your body's total toxic load. Every time an unwashed knife slices through the peel, it introduces a small invisible dose of these contaminants into your food. This single event may seem biologically insignificant, but the entire science of longevity is built upon the powerful accumulation of small, daily choices. These repeated exposures contribute to your exposome, the total sum of all environmental influences on your health and biology over the course of your lifetime. A higher toxic load places a greater strain on your liver's detoxification pathways and can contribute to the chronic low-grade inflammation that is a primary driver of nearly every age-related disease. The good news is that this is an incredibly easy and entirely preventable risk to mitigate. The US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, explicitly advises that all produce, including those with thick peels you don't eat, should be washed thoroughly. For avocados, this means holding the fruit under cool, running water and gently scrubbing the entire surface of the skin with a clean vegetable brush. After washing, pat it dry with a clean cloth or paper towel before you make that first cut. This simple 2-minute act is a powerful form of molecular defense. It is a small ritual of hygiene that significantly reduces a subtle but very real source of physiological stress on your system, helping to protect your cells, your hormones, your DNA, and your future health from a host of invisible threats. The Great Deception: Why most avocado oil is a longevity trap. Riding on the coattails of the fruit's popularity, avocado oil has exploded onto the health scene, widely praised by chefs and nutritionists as a superior cooking fat. It is lauded for its remarkably high smoke point, which makes it suitable for high-heat cooking, and its rich profile of heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, mirroring the benefits of the fruit itself. On the surface, it seems like the perfect, intelligent choice for any health-conscious individual, particularly someone over 60, focused on reducing inflammation, protecting cardiovascular health, and supporting a stable metabolism. However, the commercial avocado oil market is akin to the Wild West. It is woefully under-regulated, plagued by a lack of enforceable quality standards, and as a result, rife with widespread fraud, adulteration, and quality control issues. The single biggest and most dangerous mistake you can make in this domain is unknowingly purchasing and consuming an avocado oil that is already rancid, heavily oxidized, or, most deceptively, secretly diluted with cheap, highly inflammatory industrial seed oils. The label on the bottle may proudly proclaim 100% pure extra virgin avocado oil, but what is actually inside that bottle could very well be a hidden longevity trap, actively working against your health goals. A damning and landmark 2020 study from the food science experts at the University of California, Davis, sent shockwaves through the health and wellness community. The researchers rigorously tested 22 different brands of avocado oil readily available in American supermarkets and online. Their findings were nothing short of scandalous. Over 82% of the oils tested were either of poor quality, meaning they were rancid and oxidized well before their printed expiration date, or they were adulterated with other cheaper oils, including high omega-6 soybean and sunflower oils, in some cases making up nearly 100% of the bottle's contents without any disclosure on the label. This is far more than just a case of consumer deception. It is a direct and serious threat to your biology. Rancid oils, which have undergone oxidation, are saturated with harmful free radicals and lipid peroxides. When you ingest these, you unleash a firestorm of oxidative stress inside your body, which can damage your DNA, disrupt the integrity of your cell membranes, and accelerate the aging processes in your brain, heart, blood vessels, and liver. Adulterated oils, meanwhile, flood your system with pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, primarily linoleic acid, from cheap seed oils. This drastically skews your body's critical omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio, undermining the very anti-inflammatory reason you chose to buy avocado oil in the first place. You believe you are making a conscious choice to reduce inflammation, but the fraudulent product you are using may actually be its primary fuel. This reality means you must transform yourself from a passive consumer into a highly discerning and skeptical detective. True, high-quality and authentic avocado oil should always be sold in a dark, opaque glass bottle, as light is a major catalyst for oxidation. Look for trusted brands that specify that their oil is cold-pressed and extra virgin, as these methods of extraction avoid the use of high heat and chemical solvents that degrade the oil's quality. If possible, seek out brands that provide a harvest date on the label, not just a vague expiration date, as freshness is paramount. Ultimately, your own senses are your best guide. Fresh, high-quality avocado oil has a vibrant grassy green color and a clean, fresh and slightly buttery or mushroom-like aroma. If the oil in your bottle smells like Play-Doh, old crayons or stale paint, or if it is odorless and pale yellow, it is almost certainly rancid or highly refined and should be discarded immediately. Once you have a good bottle, store it in a cool, dark place like a pantry, not next to the stove, and use it primarily for low to medium heat cooking, or even better, for drizzling over salads and finished dishes to preserve all of its delicate, health-promoting phytonutrients. The quality of the fats you consume literally builds the foundation of every one of your 37 trillion cell membranes. Choosing a pure, fresh, and authentic avocado oil sends a powerful signal of repair, flexibility, and resilience to your body. Choosing a degraded, rancid, or adulterated oil sends an unmistakable signal of damage, inflammation, and decay. Your cells are listening intently. Choose your message wisely.